Yes. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Maybe SA Balaji, you can start the meeting. Speaking on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, good morning. You can start, right?
Yes, you can start.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Balaji Na. I will be the surgeon of Tom for today's meeting. I welcome you all 123rd meeting of the Ambattur Achievers Toastmaster Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our meeting. Please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. Don't talk about sex, religious, and politics. So please refrain for discussing these topics. Please do not cross talk. And now, as our meeting are happening on online because of pandemic, so golden rules are can also some rules has been mentioned below. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals. Likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutual supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication leadership skills, which is in turn to foster self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as an open and over the stage to presiding officer. Over to presiding officer.
Yes, good morning, dear SA, for maybe the introduction as well as the mission and vision. So now I would like to maybe welcome everyone for the meeting and the Sunday morning. And good morning, everyone, with the enthusiastic moments today. So I would like to recognize the area director, our own area director B2, Kundavi, for our meeting. So welcome, Kundavi. Speaking on mute, Kundavi, sorry.
Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for this opportunity to attend this meeting.
Thank you. Then we have our own area director, our club sponsor is one of the founder. So Toastmaster Periana, welcome to the meeting.
Thank you, presiding officer.
Thank you. We have a few guests and also we have new members who all are joined today. And so today, when I see as a stay positive, so now the pandemic is getting over and over and over and over. Now, how to make safe so ourselves in that. What are the things to be followed? So you consider that everyone is within the home. In example, the kids who all are there, in maybe example, my own kids is there. Maybe now she is too adamant because of we are staying in. Sorry, someone is speaking. Let me unmute them. Okay. Yes. So now, due to this pandemic time, people are making too adamant and that are not able to get the chance to go out. And how to stay positive? That's what I mentioned. If you can stay positive, you can avoid COVID positive. This is what the thing today. So for that, what are the practice to be done? So we need to live healthy, and we need to practice gratitude, and also we need to be like you have to learn continuously. We need to whatever the time you are taking it, so better you can keep learning something to move forward to your career. Maybe it is some kind of a soft skills, or some if someone is not able to cook properly, they are also learning the cooking, and someone is how to make co-workers as your friends. Now the friends and humanity is important because we have who all are having money, they don't have bet. That is what the situation here. Also, don't work continuously. You need to take a break, and you need to enjoy some moments, maybe with your kids or with your wife or with your colleagues. You can have some kind of a collaboration time. Then only you can able to move forward. So the same thing has happened for our Toastmaster fraternity as well. So whenever you're feeling bad, you can call your mentors and you can speak to your co-Toastmasters, who is our club in our district, you can able to improve the positive attitude, because Toastmasters is a forum where we can able to improve the positive environment, because here people will be there to motivate, not for demotivate. Here people will be telling you to recommend to move forward. They won't highlight the not recommended things to you. So with this, let me open the meeting number 123 by virtual gavel. So I have opened the meeting number 123. Yes. Now the time to call our Toastmaster of the day, who will be going to run the entire show. He is called as Master of Ceremony as well as the Toastmaster of the day. It is none other than myself as Dharma. I will be the Toastmaster of the day today. So for Toastmaster of the day, I will be having responsibility to explain about the meeting structure of the meeting. So every business meeting will be having a 3 segment. One is for better speaking segment, where we have prepared speakers, where they have prepared the speeches based on their defined objectives in the Basecamp manual, and they will be prepared the script, and the script has been rehearsed, and it is approved by the there is a network glitch. So the mentors, and the second segment is table topic segment for better thinking, and we need to think on spot, and we need to derive the speech with the opening, body, and conclusion. And we have a third segment which is for evaluation session, where we need to get some information from the improvement points and continuous service improvement, where how we are going to refine and how we are going to betterment, how we are going to engage those information we are getting from the GE. Apart from that, we have a special segment also, something kind of a educational session, where some kind of the educational speaker who has prepared the presentation and maybe refine the content to deliver the best. And this is what the session today. So before moving forward, so we have a general evaluator who will be going to, who's a supervisor of today meeting. So GE of the person today is our PPPR and past SAE as well, and who is our VPM. So he is Jagadish, who will be working in the product development company, and who is the one who can able to support me always. I would like to be proud to be announced he is my mentee as well. So Jagdish, could you please explain your role of general evaluator?
Good morning, Toastmasters. This is a beautiful day which we get started with stay positive as a theme. And I would like to tell the word today. However, grammarian will be explaining about it. The word of the day is sagacious. Yeah. So with that, so as a general evaluator, I will be going over the meeting and will be recording the good things and bad things which can be improved in our next upcoming meetings. So with that, I also have my tag team over here to help me out, and I also have evaluators who will be helping us on evaluating the speakers. So first, I would like to call upon our tag team, the timer. The timer is the one who is always enthusiastic in our meeting, and he is our VP PR, and he's none other than our Toastmaster Vinayak Murthy to explain about his role. Yeah, Toastmaster Vinayak Murthy. Vinayak Murthy, your voice is, I think you are in mute, or your headphone is not working.
Still not able to hear Vinayak Murthy. Maybe there is an issue with your hardware, I hope.
Yeah,
Yes, now it's
okay, right?
yeah, it's clear now. Better. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. Yeah. So once again, good morning to you, Modi, fellow guests and Toastmasters. So as everyone knows, timing is very important. So sometimes if you didn't take right decision at the right time, so that will be considered as a wrong decision. That so today we are having very positive environment, and we are also staying very positive, and I would say super positive. Today, I will be playing the role of timer. As a timer, I am responsible for keeping track of time usage for all the speakers. At the lower time limit, I will be sharing the green background in my picture. At the intermediate time limit, I will be showing the yellow screen on my background. At the upper time limit, I will turn on the red screen on my background. The speaker has 30 seconds grace period to wrap up all the speakers, and there will not be giving the sound when the grace period is exceeded, and the speaker will be disqualified for voting. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by GE, I shall present my report. And GE, I request education session timing slot for green, yellow, and red, please.
So let me say that 20 minutes green,
Okay.
25 yellow, and 30 red.
Okay.
Thanks for the great
Yeah,
introduction
thank you,
about
TM
you.
Sagar. Yeah.
Nag.
Over to you, GE.
Yeah, thank you for that. So let me call upon the next role player, the R counter. He is a new member for our club, and he is also very enthused always. So whatever the role he takes, he used to fulfill that role with the best. And let me call upon the Toastmaster Anand Kumar to explain his role about R counter.
Yeah, very good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Yeah, today my role is an accountant. I monitor the speakers and the tabletop masters and the others using any pauses or any repeated words or any words that they are using because any accountants words or any pauses because they are not able to get the words. That is a long process and the repeated words. Most of the people using the repeated words, you know that I'm saying that some of the words they are using, I monitor and also I submit a report once the general evaluators call upon me at the end of the meeting. Back to general evaluators. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand Kumar. So I think we have to stay positive today as well. There are some network glitches, what we are experiencing from members. So with that, let me call upon the next tag player, the very own the poetician of our club. So whenever there is an event, so without him, we cannot move forward. It is like a cultural event wherever he has come and takes the role. It will be very special to us, and he makes us very happy with that. So with that, let me call upon Toastmaster Selvaraj to explain about his grammarian role.
Thank you for your wonderful introduction, GE. Am I audible? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, it is clear.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow Toastmaster friends. I am doing grammarian role today. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the language usage. I will take note of any mistakes of the English language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's word of the day is sagacious, which means wise or showing great knowledge. An example of using the word is, they were sagacious enough to avoid any outright confrontation. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will submit my grammarian report when called upon my general evaluator. Thank you. Over to G.
Thank you, grammarian, for that wonderful word. So let's all be sagacious and be stayed at home with all positive energy and hope it will be all right one day. So with that, I would like to hand over this session back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Dharma.
Thank you, G. Toastmaster Jagadish, for your team introduction. So now the time to go for the first session, which is very educational session. So before going to education session, let me give one tips to become a stay positive. So I hope now we are maybe almost 24 hours. We are in the home itself. Earlier we used to go outside and we will come back to inside in the home. Now we are almost 24 hours in home. So better to practice good morning routine actually. So whatever the practice you are doing it, so wake up early and do the exercise and do the morning routine. Then if you are set, this is a time to be a practice and you can set the morning routines. It will be boost you to become stay positive. An example, you try for 1 or 2 days, you wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock and you bath and you will be continue your work. You can able to see the difference how we are going to use the time effectively. This is what the one of the tips to become stay positive. Now the time to go for education session. We have a star speaker who will be the maybe the conference chair of rhetoric 2020 to 2019. Sorry 2020, and we have a person who will be the area director of B2, who is also part of the Tamil to Toastmasters club. And we are in Tamil Nadu. When you have a language Tamil, so she has represented in our district 120 to other district and other region as well. So she also the star speaker of one of the event which is happened in 105. It is organized by Toastmaster Resmi Raghav. Thank you Toastmaster for this opportunity to take maybe accept this opportunity and going to explain about the importance of language skills. So over to Toastmaster Madam Toastmaster Kundavi. Please take control here and you can rock the show now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dharma. That is an amazing introduction, and I'm obliged. Good morning, dear Toastmasters and guests, and Area Director Perianna, and all the people. It's a great Sunday morning. I'm privileged to give an education session here, especially on languages. I hope I'm audible. If my voice is dipping down, please let me know. That's right. Okay. I'm a passionate person about languages, especially about my mother tongue, Tamil. Okay. So to speak about the importance of language, to speak about what are the skills we have to foster to become good people, this is my idea. These are my own ideas or vision, I would like rather say. And I would like to share my screen from here. Okay. When we say language, what comes to your mind? Can one or two answer me? When we say language, what comes to your mind? One of you?
Communication.
Language means
Communication? What is it?
Language is expression of our thoughts.
Expression. Does anyone be reminded of sign language?
yeah, we can see the board because
That also falls under language. That also falls under language. So what is language? Are only human beings speaking in using language? So there are many thoughts we are getting into. So why do we communicate in first place? We want to express our needs. If a child is crying, it is crying for milk, it is hungry, or it is having some pain, whatever it is, it wants to express its needs. And next, when we grow up a little bit in our brain, with our vision, we want to share information. For example, we would like to convey something which is very dangerous. We would like to convey something that we love them or something like this. We want to share information. For this, we communicate. Here, communication is by the means of language. What kind of language that we are going to see again, okay? And one more possibility is to get our needs fulfilled. Not only as a child, as human beings also, we want some things to be done. For example, we want to go to the government office. We need something to be done. We speak to n number of people, explaining them our situation. It may be different. We will be talking in a different tone with different people. Finally, we end up with filling our needs. So communication is an inevitable part for human beings, especially. But when we say human beings, we are not the only persons privileged to talk or communicate. There are other communications also. So when we communicate, what is the benefit we get? Our life becomes smooth. Okay. Now, here comes the animal language as well as human language. Can someone say at least one or two differences between animal language and human language? Let's get involved, just to involve you only. Let me not be the solo speaker here. That also speaks, we also speak, that is, we communicate. Any one difference, two differences?
It's the
They
accent what they
express
speak or the music that comes out of their mouth.
Okay, great.
due to the expressions. For example, if you have a dog, they come and hug you. The way of expression they're showing. They're not.
Great. That's a good answer. So, animal language is mostly, as I say, mostly full of sounds and gestures. It can be a song, it can be a roaring, or it can be an angry sound or weak sound or whatever it is, mostly based on sounds and sometimes gestures, just like we see in the dogs or something. Okay. So on the other hand, how do we humans speak? We have a sophisticated language. We have language, but why do we say it is sophisticated? We have n number of ways to express, so many words, thousands and millions of words to express each and everything. We are having words for things what we can see, that is tangible things, and we have words for intangible things also, like love, hunger. We cannot see these things, but we have words for all these also. So put together, we are having millions and millions of words. So our language is sophisticated. And then, what is the use of this sophisticated language? We have a repository of knowledge. And we say the elephants are having certain type of knowledge that it will pass on to its children. Okay, so generations together, they will be having some amount of knowledge. But when you compare the amount of knowledge humans have passed on generation after generation in their mankind, that cannot be compared at all. That is why we have a repository of knowledge, such a treasure. We have stored gotons and gotons of knowledge we are having over the period of time. And next, speech is the best alternative for violence, argument, or issues. Suppose there is a clash between two animals. How will they resolve it? They go on fighting. Mostly it is fighting, right? So that is violence. But whereas we human beings can resolve issues by talking, especially in these modern days, that is speech and talk and round table of conferences are the way of resolving issues. We are no more fighting with each other. We are no more calling one-on-one fight. We are no more going with bloodshed. That is not the human era of modern ages. So it is a best alternative. When these are all the benefits, or these are all the features of human language, it is important for us to be skillful in communication. Okay. So what is language skill? When we say, we know what are the benefits. So what is a language skill? Knowing to speak. Seems very simple, right? Why knowing to speak is important? We know to speak what? What we have to speak, we should know. When we have to speak, that also we should know.
Where we have to speak.
Pardon?
Where we have to speak, whom we have to speak.
Yes. And how we have to speak. That is also a skill. And finally, what not to speak. That is also most important, right? So human beings are capable of this, but are we all knowing these tricks? No, that is the question. That is where skill comes into prominence. So as human beings, we should have communication skills. For this communication, we need a good language. For this language, we need all these things: what to speak, when to speak, how to speak, and what not to speak. At this point, I would like to share a story to explain these facts. Once upon a time, there was a king. One day, he had such a bad dream that he was feared of his life. The next day, he came to his court and asked the pundits, please explain me, what is the meaning of my dream? There was an old astrologer. He came forward and said, oh my God, Lord, I understand the meaning of your dream. You know what? All your kith and kin, relatives, your sons, daughters, your wives, and everybody will die before your very eyes. That is the meaning. The king was shocked. He said, hang the astrologer. The astrologer was about to be hung. And at this point of time, he ordered the court, can anyone else tell me the true meaning of my dream? After hearing this, next day, a young man came into the court. He said, oh Lord, I can tell the meaning. Oh, great. I will give you whatever you want. He said, I will ask what I want at the end. But this is the meaning. You are blessed by God. God has given you all things, all the goods on this earth, and he bestowed you with such a long and longevity life. You know what? You will outlive all the people, all your relatives, all your enemies, all your friends. You will live longer than them. You are bestowed. The king was very happy. He asked, what do you want? That young man said, kindly release the old astrologer. He is my grandfather. Now the king was pleased. He released them both. So as human beings, what is the moral we get from this story? We should know what to speak, when to speak, and most importantly, how to speak. And this young man understood what not to speak also, isn't it? Now, when we come back to our original mother tongue, there is this greatest book called Tirukkural. It is having so many aspects about these skills, how to speak, how not to speak, what to speak, and when to speak. Now, if you have time, you can go and read this. Now, what can you achieve with good language? This is the hero of our education session today. What are the benefits, right? So you can exercise influence or others. Just now we have seen, right, what we can do. You can exercise influence. Suppose there are two people, one can speak very well. If he speaks, even the ice will come down, melt down. There is some other person who is very honest, very straightforward, and he is quite blunt on speaking. If these two are your friends, whom will you listen to? Definitely the person who knows how to speak, he only will be our dearest friend. We will go and open to him. We will express all our happiness, sorrow, and sadness, our issues, everything to him and ask for a solution. So this is the outcome of language skill. We can exercise influence on others. At times, even we will vote. Suppose somebody says, you people, please vote to this person. We will forget all about our democratic rights and we will follow simply this person because he is having a silver tongue. Okay. And next, we can bring out changes. This is most important. Why? Because people listen to us, we can influence their thoughts By influencing their thoughts, we can ensure that they act according to our will and wish. By this, we can bring out changes. Okay. Next, we can facilitate coordination. Suppose this person who is capable of speaking well is having a group, or he is the manager, or he is kind of leader. He is capable of facilitating coordination. Even though the group of people are not having cooperation with each other, with this one person who can talk to each and every person individually and bring out some common understanding, you can facilitate coordination. And what this coordination leads to? This leads to motivation in the people around us. Just imagine this. Is it possible or not? Suppose there is a person who is capable of convincing each and everyone, and he wants to bring in all of you together, and he wants to achieve something with the help of you all. Will we listen to them or not? So they can motivate people around us. And next, they can establish and maintain a relationship with them. So even though we are having friends, sometimes we fight with them, the friendship is lost, right? But when a person is capable of good talking skills, they can maintain, not only establish, they can maintain the relationships. Okay. So next, this is most important thing, especially if you are a leader or a manager, or you are in a great financial position where your decisions will be affecting more than one person. Okay, so you can excel in decision making and in planning. Why? You can get information, you can process information, you can present information in such a way that people will be agreeing, and with this capability, you can plan things ahead. You know, you can win, then you can plan ahead. What this all leads to, you can have a smooth and efficient working environment. Try to understand this situation. We are all having official work. We are all having a manager. We are managers, or we are reporting to some other manager. Suppose this manager is capable of all these capabilities, how good our working environment will be. It will be good, right? It will be very smooth. We will be happy because all our issues are addressed immediately, and our manager is understanding and he is supporting us in each and every place. Then the working environment will be very smooth. Then the leadership will be efficient. Now let us forget about the manager alone. Let us think about a big picture. Maybe this is a great political leader, or democratic leader, or leader of a very big organization which is spreading across the countries. In such a case, if the person is very good communicator, the leadership also will be highly efficient. Okay? So what will be the outcome? It will ensure peace and harmony. Okay? It will ensure peace and harmony, not only in your house, not only in your office, not only in your state, not only in your country, in globally, you can ensure peace and harmony. So everything lies in the good communication and language skills. For example, we can talk about certain leaders. At one point, I would like to mark here, when we say influence, this influence can be good or bad. Some people are born with silver tongue, but that doesn't mean that they are always good. History has told that Adolf Hitler had such a silver tongue, he was able to turn the whole Germany upside down, but it was not for good. So one thing we have to see, any skill, be it language skill or leadership skill or anything, it is a double-sided knife. We have to use it very carefully. That happens with language also. Okay. So at this point, I would like to say about certain leaders. You people would have heard about this. There was one great speech by Jesus Christ. This is called some particular speech. They call it the speech of the mountains. This is remembered till date because that is a kind of answer to all the questions of the people around him. Since it is a kind of religious one, I'm not willing to go into detail. But if you have time, please go through this. you can understand how it is well phrased, how it is explained. And next, I would like you to listen to one particular speech. Give me a second. I would like to give the prelude of this speech. This was given at a time when America was divided into two, when all the Black people were suppressed and killed ruthlessly. They were treated as strangers, unwanted people, underprivileged people. At this point of time, there was one person who gave this speech. I think you will be able to appreciate the guts and the confidence and the influence he had at this point of time.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Can you hear this, or if you're not hearing?
That's audible.
Okay. Can you see this also?
It is audible, but it is only centered in small window.
Okay. Okay, I'll try to make it.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Hope you are able to understand the meaning, right? So, this speech was historical. Hope I'm audible.
Yes.
It's such a historical speech. It is still date remembered, and it is a kind of national anthem for all the underprivileged people. You would have heard that how committedly he said, I have a dream. I have a dream, he says. After 100 years, whites and blacks will be holding hands together and running to the same school in this place. That is what the gist of the speech. See, this is what we call a silver tongue, born with a silver spoon, we would like to say. And one more person, I think I'm running out of time already. I want to talk about some 4 or 5 people and actually I'm jumping out now. You would have heard about this Ambani people, right? This Dhirubhai Ambani started his career as a very normal person selling clothes on the street on bicycles. So when he rise up to the glory, I think it is in 1982, he was challenged at one point of time by the shareholders. He was about to be ditched and he was about to be out of the business. At that point of time, he gave a speech in that shareholders meeting that all the 20,000 shareholders at that point of time trusted him, believed him, and gave him all their confidence and support. That is how we see today our Mukesh Ambani is the world #1, right? So that is part of the speech. That was the turning point of the silver tongue he had. And one more thing I would like to say is about Veerapandya Kattapomman dialogue. Let me see if I have time. I'm having it, but let me see if I have time. Before that, I would like to run to the next slide. When we talk about the language skills, we cannot forget the role of our mother tongue, isn't it? So our mother tongue is very much important for us because it gives us better understanding. It gives us clarity of thought, and it is giving us effective communication, and it helps us to protect art and culture of our own language, and it decodes the historic values and supports us to create a better future. Okay. You might be wondering, we all want to develop our language skills only in English. How come my mother tongue will support me? As I have clearly said, unless you are well versed with your mother tongue, unless you are capable of thinking clearly with your mother tongue, unless you are capable of communicating effectively with your mother tongue, you will never learn English. This has been proved time and again, even with the researchers. Okay. So some people think if we forget about completely mother tongue and involve ourselves in English, we will be good communicators. No, that is not the case. Rather, this is a loss for you and your generations to come. I think I'm running out of my thought of stressing on this point much more. Let's move on further. So our main task, how to develop language skills. We now know that what are the benefits, how influential it is, how useful it could be at any point of time in your life. You may be a leader, or you may be a normal person, you may be a father, you may be a son, you may be a simple colleague, you may be a person simply selling things, or you may be a normal business person or a great person. Whatever may be the case, you need a language skills. But how? That is the question. First, simply speak more. Speak more means simply speak more. Then read more. Why should we read more? Without reading more, we will never get the thinking capabilities. We will never get new ideas. We will never understand what our ancestors have given us out of their own thought processes. So we have to read more and we have to write regularly. You people might ask me, we have lost the habit of writing these days because we are having all digital gadgets. Even in digital, please try to write. Write something regularly, especially when you are developing your language skills in the beginning stage. And next, observe conversation. When somebody speaks, listen carefully. That is why we say the communication organs are not only mouth and tongue, also ear. It is also a combo because you have to observe conversation. Then only you will develop your own conversation. And next, record and recall your speech. Why is it important? Normal people may not be recording, but as we are Toastmasters, it is important for us to understand how we are actually speaking in the other person's perspective, how we are speaking. For this, you have to record and recall your speech. Okay. And then practice more. Without practice, not only communication, none of the arts or skills will come to us. We have to practice more. Okay. And this is also one more important thing. Get out of your cocoon, get out of your comfort zone. There are some people who think I will talk within my room. If there are many people, I wouldn't talk. Maybe I might make some mistakes. Please come out of your comfort zone and talk with each and every people on each and every opportunity and get the feedback and correct yourself. This is most important. So if you are going on speaking without listening to the feedback, you will never understand what are the flaws you have to update. Okay. Now, there is one simple mantra to acquire language skills. Shall I tell you?
Yeah, please.
Number 1 is practice. Number 2, practice. Number 3, practice again. There is no other mantra than practice to acquire language skills. I think I'm done with this. And are there any questions? I think 1 or 2 minutes I'm left with. Any questions?
No questions, madam. It was an excellent presentation. I would like to only take a printout of that mantra and put it on my board. That's it.
Thank you so much. So I thought it is a small presentation, but I didn't think it will take so long. Actually, I had many more examples, and one such example I would like to tell you is the Veera Pandya Kattapomman Vasanam. Please go and take it and play for yourself and see it. That will tell you what is the commitment you need to get one language skill and what kind of influence such language can have on others, right? With this note, I would like to end my session here. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I just simply enjoyed. Hope it was a little bit useful to you also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Kundavi. Now, the time to go for the prepared speech session. For this prepared speech session, we have 2 speakers today, and they are going to deliver their speeches. The first speaker will be the MD Shankar, who will be going to represent from their pathway, and he is presenting the level 1 and project 3 research and presenting. Before going to listen Shankar's speech, so I would like to recommend request the Perinas to provide his objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. My speaker, Shankar MD, is going to attempt project 3 from level 1. The speech title is The Weaving. Purpose is for the member to learn to review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note, time 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, my target speaker. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Okay. The Weaving, Toastmaster Shankar MD. Toastmaster Shankar MD, The Weaving.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If someone's snoring like this, can you get pleasant sleep? No, you can't. Recently, my friend also got a divorce notice from his wife due to the snoring issues. But in our village, people can't sleep without power loom sound. A power loom will produce intolerable sound. But for them, this is like a music. Why like this? When power looms runs, then only they'll get income. My villages are weavers. More than 90% of the people were doing weaving. Now, only 30% of the people only doing weaving. The rest of the people moved to some other works like catering servant and building construction workers like that. Why they went? Earlier, only few persons only get orders from the company and distribute this order to other weavers. It went smooth. Now, people directly going and getting order from the company for the low cost manufacturing rate. Here the problem is total. Suppose the actual manufacturing rate per meter is 100, these people are now manufacturing for 50 rupees and 60 rupees due to the heavy competition. See, when the reduced manufacturing rate, ultimately the reduced quality of material. When quality is reduced, the business is gone. Actually, warp and weft are two basic components in the weaving to turn thread into the fabrics. It involves so many processes like winding, twisting, and setting fabric design in the power looms and run the power loom, so many steps. In a family, everybody involved in this work, like father and mother, and grandfather and grandmother, like children, everybody. Even 6-7 years, children also contributing to their family. So one person will do the winding, one person will do the twisting, another person will do the setting the fabric design in the power looms. Another person will come and run the power loom, like that. Everybody involved in this. Here, the setting the fabric design in the power loom is most important. It is the most crucial and logical work. The sagacious persons only can do this kind of work. I always think about this person. I always compare this person with the software engineer. How the software engineer write the logical code to satisfy certain functionality. The same way, these weavers set the logical fabric design in the power looms to make the perfect fabric material. I always interested on fabrics, and I always thinking about weaving only. If I go to school, and not now, when I was little, if I go to school also, I thinking about weaving only. One day, if I go to school also, my body will be present, but my mind will be absent. Actually, not absent. My mind will be on the weaving. One day, my science teacher was explaining about mitochondria. She drawn the beautiful picture of mitochondria on the board, and she was explaining. I was drawing the picture of handloom. Suddenly, she came and asked, "What is this? This is mitochondria?" No, miss, that is mitochondria, like that. I responded. So that much interested on weaving. When I was 14 years old, I had picked a warping yarn beam upon a bicycle, and it was fell down. When I upon of the slanting area, the my bicycle was lifted upside down, and the warning beam was rolled down so far. It went so far. Then there two persons came and helped me. So at the time, my weight was around 35 kg only, but the beam weight was around 50 kgs. One day, my father was explaining about this weaving. This is like a brake. When you turn it on the brake, the power loom will be run, like that he was explaining. And also this is a weaving shuttle. When you turn it on the brake, the weaving shuttle will be moves here and there. If you are not properly turn it on the brake, the shuttle will be stuck in between the warping area, and the threads will be cut, like that he was explaining. And he was telling, don't turn it on the brake without me, it will be get problem, like that he was explaining. He was showing the gustering the brake action. My curiosity, I just turn it on the brake improperly. So what happened, suddenly that shuttle is stuck in between the warping area, and so many threads are cut out. So after that, my father told me. So after research this weaving, my conclusion is to maintain the standard price and standard quality. So we should make the strong association for weavers. Then we can use air system instead of shuttle, weaving shuttle, to avoid the noises. As important as agriculture to survive, the weaving industry is most important to live with dignity. Thank you. Over to you.
Thanks for the insights about weaving, and we got to know you are very interested in handloom as well. Thanks for the information, Shankar.
Thank you.
Now, yes, now we have the second speaker. Who will be the person is from Chennai Baptist Toastmaster, and he will be our regular guest, maybe Toastmaster Armugam, who is going to give a speech from Project Project 2. And before going to hear from Armugam, so let me introduce the evaluator of the speech is Shruti, who will be the division level, maybe the winner in evaluation contest. Also, he will be active. He'll be active in our club meeting as well. And Shruti, please, could you please explain the objective of Armugam's speech?
So happy morning to everyone. Thank you, Dharma, for the kind introduction. So today, the target speaker, Toastmaster Armugam, is going to present his project 2 from level 2 team collaboration pathway. The objective is to understand his leadership style. To be more in detail, the purpose of this project is for the member to identify his leadership style, and also for the member to share some aspects of his primary leadership style or just discuss the leadership styles that are there in general. So a note to the timer, the speech is for 5 to 7 minutes, and all the very best to the speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thank you, Madam Toastmaster Shruti. So he is the person who is professionally in banker, and he can able to find the opportunity to get the roles every weekend. Maybe he will be attend the morning in Ambattur Achievers, in afternoon he will be in other Toastmaster club. Wherever you have a Toastmaster club in weekend, you can able to see Arumugham maybe in the box in the Zoom as well. So the local market, Toastmaster Arumugham, local market.
I'm audible?
Yes, you are. And visible as well.
GDP declining, share market down, automobile industry down, manufacturing industry total down. What happened our local market? Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I have a question to audience. Why the GDP declining, share market down? Any answer, any view from audience?
Due to the lockdown.
Thank you. The same question I have asked. Thank you. The same question I have asked Mr. Munusami, local vendor, vegetable vendor. He replied, "Sir, எனக்கு GDP லாம் தெரியாது sir. 500 rupees ஒரு நாளைக்கு இருந்தா தான் sir என் family run ஆகும்." That is our GDP status in India. How India is a country is unequal in society. Why I'm talking about GDP? Is it interrelated my topic? Yes, I'm going to talk about organized sector and unorganized sector. That means formal and informal sector. Why that formal sector and informal sector is playing a GDP? Yes, formal, you are all aware. That is everything in a system, everything in the billing mode, organized for each and every step. But unorganized, informal sector is like our milk vendor, vegetable vendor, our foods, annachi shop, petty shop, pav bhaji, everything is unorganized. That means more on cash dealing. And that the unorganized sector is playing a major role in GDP. More than 60% of the contribution, GDP contribution by unorganized sector. That means our informal milk vendor. What an injustice we are doing. India is having 500 million workforce. That is almost 90% contributed by our unorganized sector. We are all thinking, what is the difference between local market and supermarket? When you enter the supermarket, okay, you select, you get a complete packed and computerized bill. If it's a bill amount 300 rupees, 305 rupees, then you have to give 305. So the same person is entering in the local market buying a vegetable of 312 rupees. Okay, the person will leave 12 rupees discount and will ask only for 300 rupees. Apart from if you're regularly visiting the same shop, you will get a personal touch. And whenever you have any personal problem or anything you are stuck somewhere else, if you're calling that person, he will come and help you. That is a personal touch. In a 20 years back, when you are maybe your parents or somebody is visiting a nearest Anachi shop, as soon as you enter, you get a warm welcome. You will give something to eat like dates or chocolates. Then, and the service, you will give an extraordinary service to all clients. Wherever we have any family functions in our home, he will come and he will present to one of the family members, look like a family member. That is a personal touch. And I'm not against for branded shops or supermarket, but our Indian mentality, whenever we are buying something in a street vendor, a vegetable shop, if the person says 25 rupees, we will start negotiate with 5 rupees. They will ask for 20 rupees or 15 rupees. The same person, if you enter the cinema theater, buy a 300 rupees popcorn without any negotiation. That is our mentality. What my request is for all audience in society, start encourage our local vendor, street vendor. That person will stay always. When here now is a total lockdown, even yesterday, up to 10 o'clock, the shop, all local vendor is visiting our area. Because even when we are supporting to local vendors, street vendors, then only our GDP will increase. We are talking about 5 trillion industry, 5 trillion economy, but how it will grow? Each individual responsible citizen has to support unorganized sectors. When you have any milk vendor, start ask, spend time with them, at least ask 2 questions. How's the business? Is there anything need now? If you start supporting to the person who are contributing or supporting you, giving a fee to you, something to you, even your pepper vendor, even your vegetables vendor, even your nearest petty shop or persons, you're going to ask, at least give some ideas. If you take an example, the person will selling the fruits, maybe he will not put a proper in the place. If you are a organization, you are already corporate employees, you may ideas. You may see a lot of WhatsApp message, you have seen a lot of ideas. You give some ideas to them to how to improve the business. That will lead to our India GDP will grow. Overall, we also got a more confident to think, because that satisfaction will come. It's look like it's a different level of happiness. Because when you teach something, when you given something to them, not only for money only will not help us. Giving us some ideas, based on that ideas, his businesses increase from double fold or even 20%. If his income has increased from 500 to 700, that will give an importance to take care of their family members, their lifestyles, everything will change. Not only for us, because we are all corporate level, most of them is corporate employees. You know that we are not going for standing in front of sons or going around. But we, as a citizen, as a responsibility, we can help to some other life to support them, encourage the business to next level. Then overall, our India GDP will grow. And the simple, when we are talking about quality is a matter. Because normally we will not have a food on outside, small shops, restaurant. But see, the one lady Kamalata from Ambattur, the age 90 years, she's selling 1 rupee idli. She's selling 500 idlis per day. The quality of food, spicy sambar, if it's not maintained on quality, she cannot run the business for last 50 years, because she's running a business for last 50 years. And she's selling only 500 idlis. Now, most of the even Mahindra company has sponsored big house and complete infrastructure to them, because quality everywhere is there. Not only for the top branded company, even a small shops were also branded also. What about you, Toastmasters? Can you encourage, support a local vendors from today onwards? Over to PM Modi.
Thank you. Thanks you for the maybe information about the GDP, what we are going to do to support the local market. Thank you, Toastmaster Armuham, for your great insights about the speech. Now the time to go for our session, which is for better thinking session. For conducting this session, we have a person who will be a treasurer and the past BPM of our club. Now currently who is doing a VPE of our club, who will be working in the Tata group, and he is the person from Andhra. Now he moved permanently to Andhra due to this pandemic, but still we can able to support him. He is contest chair of our maybe our contest, our club contest. So Toastmaster Sagar Kumar, could you please take it move forward? So I'm recommending you to go with non-role players of this today meeting. Please go ahead, Sagar.
Sure, Dharma. Thank you so much for the feedback. Fellow members and guests, Toastmasters wants to challenge members to develop their impromptu communication skills, to effectively think on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. We also want to give every member the opportunity to speak at each meeting. We do this with the table topics. Table topics is specially designed to develop 4 essential communication skills. Those are listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. So today I'll be asking the questions, and your response must be at least 1 minute, and it can be no more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You will see a green signal after 1 minute, yellow at 1:30, red at 2 minutes, and those who speak within the time, they will qualify for the best table topics award. So let me call my first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Vivek. Vivek, please check your audio and video.
Yes, Sagar, I can hear you clearly.
Thank you so much. And yeah, here is your question. What do you believe stands between you and complete happiness? Toastmaster Vivek.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning to all my fellow Toastmasters who we have not met for many months together. And I feel very happy to see Balamurugan after a very long time. What stands in between me and happiness? I am a great nature lover. Wherever I go, I try to cherish with nature. During my commute to office, whenever I see garbage lying around and animals digging their face into the garbage to feed themselves, makes me completely unhappy. I sometimes feel that human beings are far worse than animals, because though in our own religion we praise cow and we praise many other animals, and we have many forms of animals that we pray, but ultimately we don't do justice to them. This pains me a lot, and it kills my happiness. This is a kind of a scenario that we see day in and day out, but ultimately we never take any initiative to correct it, and we keep seeing them and ignoring them. This is I've been trying to do, try to correct myself as well as my family members, but at times it does not last for long. This one of the bad feeling that stands means this is the one of the worst thing that stands between me and my happiness. Thank you for the opportunity. Up to the Toastmaster, up to the table topic master Sagar. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is our Toastmaster NLP trainer Balamurali. Please check your audio and video, sir. Please unmute the mic.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Audible to you all?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Your question is, have you ever had to be brave?
Have you ever had to be brave? Fine. Let me thank you for this opportunity. First of all the Toastmasters, seeing all so happy. I'm just recharging myself. And if I have ever been brave in my life, yes, I've been brave because I've been brave because at a very young age, I'm supposed to quit school because of my family situation, financial situation. But then I took a brave decision that whatever happens, I should not quit studies. Then I started working at the age of, I think, 11. My first work was go put newspaper and earn money, and I joined school, and I spent those money to buy books because I was not able to attend school so regularly. I used to be a 4 or 5 hours. They given a chance for me, and then I joined a government school, and I completed my education. Now I did my post graduation. I also did my NLP masters from international certification. Then I did a lot of courses. If I wouldn't have taken a brave step at the age of 11 or 12 by quitting, my elder brother, he quit because of the situation of the family. But I didn't. I somehow asked my friends. I used to get up at 4 in the morning and go to my friend's house, knock his door to learn max. And that's the way I think my best brave decision was that I should never ever quit education. That's the reason I become a trainer, and I go touch people heart by giving what I missed, or if they're missing the education in their life. So that's my bravest move in life. Thank you so much for giving this topic to me. Over to the topic master. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Anand C. Please check your audio.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Thank you. Your topic is, what is that one thing you want to change in this world?
Good evening, good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I currently, as we all know, we are meeting virtually mainly due to the pandemic. I just want to reset the clock in 2019 and ban all the flights from China. It's like I recently read a quote like the rich bought the COVID year because obviously the people who travel all across the world bought it one way or other, but it has been maintained and sustained by the poor, where we say we see day in and day out people were not wearing the mask properly, and there were a lot of rumors around the vaccination. If you get vaccinated you will be gone, and everything stuff like that. And I normally believe I got vaccinated and my parents got vaccinated and everyone was quite okay. And currently vaccine is the only solution available in front of us. Last year we don't have a vaccination, but currently it has been available. So I urge everyone to take the shots available. And if there would be still some amount of people will be there no, this is not the right time to get vaccinated. There need to be proper trials. I also agree with them one way or other, because that makes my family member and me to get vaccinated easily, as much as easily as there was no crowd and nothing was going on. Good. If you are eager to vaccinate, get vaccinate yourself, and if you are not, most welcome, and fight with COVID. And you know about the sustainability and the probability. And daily, once we open our WhatsApp status, we get RIP and Om Shanti messages. Still, if you are not eager to vaccinate your parents, or most of our parents will stay in a pathetic way that vaccination may bring bad health to them. But it's about us, we need to educate them, and we need to give them the proper guidance and vaccinate. And if I need to change, I might switch on and remove the COVID, try as much as possible. That's the only thing. Table topic master.
Thank you. And our next speaker is Toastmaster Suriti. Please check your audio.
Yes, table topic master. Is it audible?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Your question is, how do you manage stress?
Sorry, how do I manage?
Stress. How do you manage stress? Yeah.
Okay. So happy morning again to all the Toastmasters present here. How do I manage stress? Well, I believe each and every one of us have our own ways of doing it. Mostly, many of us hit on our hobbies. So we tend to search for new hobbies at times, or at least continue with the present hobbies that we have. For some, it could even be the simplest of things, like, when you're too much stressed, even a coffee, just one mug of coffee will help you to do better. For others, it might be simplest things like listening to music, going out for a walk along with your dog, or at least going and having a fun time with your children, etc. For me specifically, there has been a series like I either listen to music or try to read a book, or if I'm too stressed, I don't hesitate to take a day from work. I do tell my manager that I'm not able to manage and I don't feel very good. So sometimes we don't really feel bold enough to do that step because we might be worrying that, okay, is it going to affect my KPI, or is it going to be a black mark and all that. But I somehow find it that I need that kind of a pause from regular work, from regular routine. So if it is to the too extreme, I really take a day off from work and try to spend it with my family or doing something that I really love, like doodling, artwork, or just listening to music and having my favorite TV series put on. So these are a few things that I really do to battle stress out. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Sendil.
Hello, Toastmaster Sagar. Yeah.
Thank you. And your question is, what do you like the most about your city?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sagar. I'm going to take my hometown. I come from a place called Pondicherry. So I like my hometown a lot. Many reasons. One for its beautiful planning. It has been planned in a long time back by French people. So every roads cut on a perpendicular manner, and it has been well planned into two towns, White Town and I think Black Town. So it has been well planned, but due to commercialization, things have got changed now. But the way it has been planned in the earlier days, it was planned so nicely, and the nature systems have been planned very nicely. So I like the planning of the city, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Perianna. So please check your audio.
Yes, tabletop master.
Thank you. Your question is, who influenced you the most during your childhood?
Thank you for the topic, table topics master. Good morning, Toastmasters and Gus. The topic given to me is who influenced me during my child days. I was so influenced by my friends, my family, my brother and sister. I could still remember how I got the goodness that I have been following since my childhood, because the trait that we develop in the childhood only is the criteria that will drive you for your growth when you grow teenage and beyond. When you become adult, that was the driving factor, the traits that you develop during your child age. If you see some people who are around you doing something bad or following something that is not so good, then you will definitely catch up the same. But I saw growing, seeing things that are very good. I was said good things, that I should not say a lie, that I should not cheat anybody, These are all the things that I have been taught repeatedly in school and also in my family and in surroundings. Luckily, I had good friends when I grown up, when I was studying in college. So I did not get into any wrong doings and only followed good things and good ways of doing. And that trait has brought me till this level. And even though I am not that great, I am still good and living good. I thank whoever contributed to me in childhood for the same. Thank you, and over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you. May I call Toastmaster Balamurali? There is one more Balamurali. There is one more name with Balamurali.
That's my laptop. I actually
Okay,
to all in
okay,
one frame. I just put my laptop on. Thank you,
okay,
Sagar,
okay.
for that.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Silvaraj. Silvaraj, please check your audio.
Yes, sir.
Okay, your question is your best moments in your life.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Once again, good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My best moments in my life is music. Music is my interest and I love music. Whenever I have time, I used to listen old songs and I involve music because music is a separate world. If we listen music, we sing, so we will feel stress-free life. So thus, whenever I have time, I utilize my most of the time to listen music like that. Thank you for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. Over to Table Topic Master.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Vinayagamurthy. Vinayagamurthy, please check your audio.
So can you hear me?
Yes. Your question is, what have
One
you
second.
recently learned?
1 second. I just set the timing. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Your question is, what have you recently learned about yourself?
Thank you, TTM, for giving me this an opportunity. It was really a wonderful question because learning it never stops because life teaches continuously. Very recently, I can say in last session we had as a educational session. In that, the madam has explained very nicely regarding the communication, especially the part of communications, how to talk, when to talk, and what to talk. Especially, I was more inspired by what should not talk because always I'm in the sales, so I'm talking a lot of things. Especially many times I forgot what should not talk. Being as madam mentioned, I'm very straightforward person, so I used to talk always whatever I think from the heart. I will straight away I will talk. I will not talk from the lips. So sometimes that affects me very worstly in my career, especially in my professional career, into my boss or my colleagues or wherever. So to avoid that, I recently, as our TTM Sagar informed, I participated in this session. I was planning to skip it, but I was able to attend it. So it was really wonderful. As you mentioned that this is the great learning, I could say that what should not talk. Even instead of that, I can be simply silent. That will make us more safer side in my professional as well as in personal life, especially for neighbors also. So thank you, TTM, for this given opportunity. Back to you.
Thank you. Timer, please let me know if we still have time for one more speaker, or else we can.
Yeah, we can go to 2 speakers. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Anand Kumar. Anand Kumar, please check the audio.
Yes, yeah. I'm audible now?
Yes, Anand Kumar. Your question is, what
sir.
would you like? Yeah. What would you like
Yeah, please,
to
please.
do better tomorrow?
Yeah. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. My topic is what would be better tomorrow. Yeah. Each and every day we have to learn and also improve our career or whatever the things you want to do. Because today we have done some mistake, then we have to do some mistakes tomorrow also, but it must be repeated. Because mistake only we have to learn the new thing. Without the mistake, we will not learn the new thing. Every day we have to learn the new thing. We have to done some mistake. With the help of the mistake, we have to learn the new thing. So I'm done a mistake and learning the new thing, and also that also improve for that. Because if I am sitting this, I have made some mistake in that, I have to correct it due to some evaluations. Some of the people are listening to that, they give the feedback. Based on that, next speech I will not do the same mistake, but I have to do some other mistake, I have to correct it. Because I am not doing practice or not showing interest in other things, there will be no process. Because each and everything has some process, some progress. If you do something, there will be on progress. There will be improvement in your career, in your personal things also. For example, if I want to drive a bike, means at least first I have to buy the bike, and I have to kick that one. First do some basic thing, then I have to ride it. What are the next thing I have to do in my life? So that should be in progress and learning the new things. That is in our life, I think so. Thanks for giving this opportunity.
Thank you. Let me call the TMOD for the final table topic. Toastmaster Dharma, please check your audio and video once.
Yes, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you.
If you won a grand prize of 1 crore rupees, how will you spend it?
Yes, thanks for the topic, Toastmaster Sagar. So money is very essential for everyone. So as of now, and it need to be maybe how we are going to spend. That is the one. How we are going to earn. That is the one. If I getting money of 1 crore rupees, so I wish to donate that into the village hospitals, which is nearest, maybe who all are not having the maybe the facility to become ICU bed with vaccination. And that is what the thing. Apart from that, so I will divide into two part. I will be like 50 lakhs I will going to for the government side, and 50 lakhs I will be, I have few NGOs which is tied up with me. I have my own NGO as well. So I need to find out the needful person and who all are very struggling due to the homemates and who all are not able to survive their educations. Already we are doing it, but not with the big of huge money. If we have the money, I will be helpful to the survive the people who are street food and who all are depending on the street food and who all are surviving the life. Maybe an example, yesterday I went to the place to buy a fish, and the person is not having ice to store the remaining fish, and he has sold the fish. It is not under the profit range. He bought it for 200 rupees, but he is selling that into for 100. Because if you're not, because this the time is 10, is not having opportunity to buy, go and buy the ice to refresh that fish as well. So those kind of a person, we need to look surround it. And if you are looking for the people who will be near to you, maybe in your street, in the next street, then if you are doing likewise, we can able to maybe support the entire city and the city, district, nations, and everything likewise, we can able to move forward. So whatever the money is, 1 crore or 10 rupees, it is better you can share to someone who will be needful. Because I know the pain of 1 rupee when I was studied in my college. That time I'm not having a money due to the 1 rupee. I'm not able to buy the water packet, which I'm very thirsty. Then I go to the water pump. It's very salty water. I have drank that water as well. So the money is important for everyone. So it will be better to have, instead of storing the money apart from your essential, you will be sharing to the needful people. I hope everyone will be doing the same. Over to Terrible Topic Master.
Thank you. Timer, do we still have time or?
Sagar,
one speaker we can
yeah,
go. One
Sagar,
speaker.
go for 2 more speakers, Sagar, because you requested who are all interested, but you did not call them. Armugam and Kundavi has.
Okay, it is not visible to me. Okay, fine. Okay, so our next speaker is Toastmaster educational speaker Kundavi. Your question is, what made you smile today?
Thank you so much, TT Master. Actually, many things made me smile today. One thing is, the first, my answer. When I typed that count me in, that was not for I'm taking part in TT. When Toastmaster Dharma was saying that if I have 1 crore rupees, I will find out people who are in need and I will share the money with them. I thought like, count me in. I am one. Here I am. So that is why I gave that message. So that made me smile a lot. And instead, you gave me this opportunity to speak today. That is the second smile I was having. And before that also, I smiled twice because the TT speakers, the first person and the second person, they actually didn't speak. They opened their hearts. That made me smile, not externally, but internally. I just loved their speeches. So this is an interesting session. I think the first person is Mr. Vivek. So extremely good that was. And the second person, Bala Murali, he opened his heart and he showed his life that I liked. And at that point I think like this club is having some speciality that people are talking from their heart, not from their mouths. It is amazing to see. And now that I have this bonanza offer of talking in this TT, this I like so much. You people are making me smile. People are making my day also. I think I can add some more, but it is okay. Thank you so much. Over to the TT Master.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Armugam.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
TT Master.
yes. Your question is, tell us about your favorite memory and why.
Okay. Thank you, TT Masters. My favorite moment. My favorite moment, my college days, particularly I studied in one of the best college in Chennai, Loyola College, because after that, getting admission itself in Loyola College, you are all aware how the tough one. And almost I have like in Rajani Muhammad, I have daily basis. I visited the college. I met the principal, got the admission after 90 days. That is like a 90 days period. Daily visited. After got the admission, first day of college, almost is one of the like Rasul Raja MBBS, the same class. Professor is Prakash Raj, same Armugam like students. I'm like look like a Kamalagasan. Everybody, all my friends, college friends, I came from different schools or top schools. I was studying Tamil medium up to 12th standard, and I'm this almost the moment the professor asked for introduction in each individual, then my moment came. I was struggling at the moment. Finally, like preparing a Toastmaster speech, I prepared like anything, and finally I presented. That moment is excited, but that given us like a table topics way. Finally, I present. That moment I enjoyed very well. Over to TT Master. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you all the speakers for participating in this table topic session. Actually, I had very few questions. I need to repeat some of them just by modifying some things. And my only intention was to know about them personally. and which you made it. Thank you so much. And let me hand over the session to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Dharma.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
Dharma,
the
okay.
yeah, yes, yes. Thank you for this maybe interactive session, table topic master Toastmaster Sagar. Now we have time for the third session, which is evaluation session. This is then we all should be in the listening mode where we need to find out the improvement points to improve the quality of our club meeting. For this, I would like to welcome the Toastmaster Jagdish to handle this evaluation session.
General evaluator. Let me call upon my tag team. Before that, let me call upon the evaluators to evaluate the speech. So we had two speakers today, and they were two wonderful speech. And first, let me call upon the speaker evaluator for the Toastmaster Shankar's speech. The speech title was The Waving, and the evaluator is Toastmaster Perena. Toastmaster Perena.
Thank you, General Evaluator. My speaker, Toastmaster Sankar, has completed his project 3 from level 1. Please join me to congratulate him. My speaker has delivered the speech in full conviction. He chose the topic which is close to his heart. This is with this conviction that the message passed across to the audience that agriculture is not the only trade which is important. Weaving is also important for the living with dignity. My speaker, though presented the topic that is close to his heart, since it is bit remote to some of the audience, if he could have used PowerPoint presentation with slides of the photos and artifacts that he has referred to related to the weaving and power loom, etc., it could have been bit better. We could have seen what he is talking to better understand the elements of the power looms, etc. If I have to say something that he has to apply to his speech, please take a problem related to your topic. Could be something related to your weaving industry, why it is performing poorly or not getting better. Take some of the topic related to that and do research on that topic using various methods that is recommended by Toastmasters. Come up with data and present it and support your view, recommend your view with the data. So this is what the project has recommended you to do and perform. So next time when you come, you please identify a problem that is relevant to this topic, do the research on that topic with various methods, come up with data and present it, support your view with recommendations. Overall, I really enjoyed your speech because it is with full conviction and we could believe in the speech because it was so close to your heart since your childhood. You lived in the speech. And if there are two recommendations, that is, if you have presented it with PowerPoint presentations with artifacts, elements that are related to the speech, and come up with data, then your speech could have been a great impact to the audience. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Perena, for that wonderful evaluation. Next, let's move on to the second speech. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Armugam, gave the speech title as Local Market. And let's call upon the evaluator of the speech, Toastmaster Shruti.
So, hi everyone again. Today, Toastmaster Arugam has presented his speech, and I must say this was one brilliant speech that I have listened today, because yours was an entirely inspiring speech. So we really loved your speech and you really encouraged every listener. Now, let me start with the commendations. The top 3 things that we all loved about your speech was 1, how you use relatable stories and examples. Like when you said how they really are welcoming the customers in Anachi Kada and everything, when they give this personal touch of either offering something sweet like a chocolate for the children or something that. So all of these were very relatable and we could immediately imagine the scenario. So we were able to really understand what are the point you're going to say or trying to say. So one was that, and job well done on that. Second is the kind of message that you put forth. It really kindled us in action. You know, next time when I'm going to go step into Nilgiris or Moo Market, I'm going to think twice. And definitely, I might feel like going towards a street side vendor because it's going to be the same tomatoes inside, except for there it is AC and here it's going to be fresh. So that is the intensity with which you inspired us today. That was a very inspiring message that you dropped to the audience. So that was the second thing. Your message was indeed apt and powerful to the audience. Third is the final way, the conclusion, how wonderfully you have given. You know, you encouraged us all to do it. So you pushed us all. So that is not very easy for any speaker to do it. And for that conclusion part to be effective, one has to start working from the start to the body and deriving it to the conclusion. So the structure was well built, and you just didn't have one story where you could focus on, but you had 2-3 stories about even the person who sold around 500 idlis per day for almost 50 years now. So a variety of examples made us really become aware of how their life is being led. So you inspired us, and this was totally amazing. So these are things that we all loved about your speech, Toastmaster Armugam. If I may have to suggest what could have been best is, when I consider your today's speech, it was totally best, I could say. But when I have to really align it with your objectives of today's speech, which is understanding your leadership style, I see a huge gap in between those. So, had it been like you are taking a shift from this speech title or topic and rather telling us about what kind of leadership style is yours, and maybe giving one or two instances or examples about, for example, let's say you are an autocratic leader or authoritative leader. So telling us two examples from your life where you have been that authoritative leader, where you have excelled in doing that kind of leadership style. So had it been that, it would have perfectly aligned with the objective. So something that I felt missing was just this. And if I may have to suggest or give you a challenge, try to come up with an entirely different speech for this specific objective and present it in another club. So let me just summarize. You had relatable story, a wonderful, inspiring message. And to work on, you may work on the leadership style. Inspiringly, you can put it like what your leadership style is along with examples. All the best to you, and over to the gentle evaluator.
Thanks, Toastmasters Sudhi, for their great insights about the speech. So let's move on to next session on tag team players. So first, let me call upon the first tag player, Timer, to submit his record. So Toastmaster Vinayagamuthi.
G, can I share the screen? Yeah, one
second. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, good morning once again to TMOD and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, our all speakers are really sagacious, and we were very well within the time limit. So we started on time, and thank you to TMOD for achieving this. And it can't be possible. All our team Toastmasters are on time without that. So we started sharp at 10 a.m. today after a long time. Then we started education session also on time, and our education speaker did well within the time limit. And speaker 1 and speaker 2 both are qualified for the voting as in a prepared speech session. And a table topic session is a wonderful. All are qualified in the minimum time category, and all are eligible for voting. In evaluation session, both the evaluator are within the time limit, and those are also qualified for voting. This is my short
time report, and back to G.
Thanks, Toastmaster Vinayak Murthy, for the detailed report. So let's call upon next tag player, our counter, Toastmaster Anand Kumar.
Yeah, the first speaker, Shankar, used the bad safety, used more than 8 times and like long and the filler was two times. R Mugam used the filler was 3 times, one long process and even, and the repeated was even, but Vivek used 6 times and used with 3. Mala Murugan, I used 1 time. 2 times, and the filler was used 6 times and used 3 times. And honestly, one long process and used 5 times and filler was 3 times. I didn't find anything from Shruti, the favorable topic, and Tendil used the filler was 10 times, more than 10 times, and usually 3 times. Seriana, 3 long process, and I used 3 times. Selvaraj, long process 4 times, I used it for 4 times, and one filler was Vinayaka Murthy, because he used 3 times, I used 3 times, but it's 2 times. Dharma, how used 2 times, and filler was 3 times, because it's 3 times. And Armugam, I used 3 times, and Karthik filler was used 2 times. On the evaluation session, Sayana used a long process 2 times. And also, Sudhi, I didn't find anything on the evaluation session. Over to the.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand Kumar, for the detailed report. Next, let's call upon our last tag player, Toastmaster Selvaraj, to provide his grammarian report.
Once again, good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Our president and TMOD Toastmaster Muthaya Dharma has used the theme of the day and word of the day as well. Our general evaluator Toastmaster Jagdish has used the theme of the day and word of the day as well. As a quote says in Tirukkural, Karka Kasrar Karpavai, Katrapin Nirka Adarkutaga. Our Toastmaster Kundavi is the example of that quote. Really, I have some educational speech session. Her usage of language is wonderful. What a clarity and flow of her thoughts. She has used wonderful words, sophisticated usage, language, and repository of language, etc., such as because of the silver tank, she has used born with silver spoon. And also she has used the importance of the mother tongue. Also, she has told mantra, importance of mantra, that is practice, 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 because practice makes man perfect. Then our Toastmaster Shankar has used the word of the day, sagacious. Our Toastmaster Harmugam has told to encourage to our local vendors. And also he has used money only will not help us, because we need money only, not a life. Our Toastmaster Vinayaka Murthy also has used the word of the day. That's all my grammarian report. Thank you. Forward to general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Selvaraj, for that wonderful recordings. So with that, next we can move on to my report. Today, the meeting started sharply at 10 a.m. and the Sergeant at Arms started the meeting very well. And the tempo was very good, and it was a great start, which was handed over to our President, and President welcomed the dignitaries. And it was a very good theme based on the current situation. We should be always stay positive. And we also had a good education session from Toastmaster Kundavi. And there was more insights on importance of language skills. And the takeaway which we came out of that education session was a lot. And the best one which I liked is to develop the language skills or any skills, we need practice. Yeah. So with that, so we also had 2 prepared speeches. So with that, I liked in first speech's sagacious start of the speech by our first speaker to grasp the attention. What he did is snoring. Right? So it grasped all of the audience attention, and he talked about the waving. That also was good. And second speaker talked about the importance of local vendors. Yes. The good thing that we have is whenever we visit supermarket, we used to see the meter, and whatever the meter says, the exact measurement for that we used to pay. Whereas in local vendors, they used to put extra potatoes. Right? So that we should not be missing that, and there should be a special touch whenever we visit a regular shop. Yes. So that is how our previous generation was there, and now we have to start the same thing to be more kind enough. So with that, the overall the meeting was very good. The table topics were very relevant, and the table topic master involved most of them, and there was wonderful speakers involved in it, and there were more personal touch in it. The overall, I see the meeting was very good, and there were no glitches except the network issues. So with that, I'd like to hand over the session back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Dharma.
Thank you, G, for your insights about the recommendation part as well as the highlights and the lowlights. Yes. Now, so now then how to make stay positive to let us as a high note. So from the morning we need to have a keep routine, and you need to set a realistic goal. It is not that I want to become a multimillionaire, I want to become a scientist, I want to become a great speaker, I want to become a great leader. Instead of making that kind of into that, so we need to split into the your aims, and you need to keep a realistic goals. And if you set a realistic goal, then you can be able to achieve. Once you achieve the goal, your positive attitude will be improved in step by step. Likewise, in simple example, I want to wake up by 6. This is a realistic goal. This is possible. I want to go jogging in the morning 5 a.m. It is not realistic now because of the pandemic situation. So based on the situation, we need to set a realistic goal, and you need to be creative. Instead of doing whatever the things we are seeing it, we need to be little creative and make routine whatever task we are doing it. Be hydrated, keep the good food, and maybe be hydrated, and whatever the foods we are having it, make clean. And you can, if possible, you can set an alarm for every 2 hours. You can go and wash your hands whenever you are going out and coming in. Make sure you are follow all the guidelines. Try to avoid when you're going out. These are the things you can able to make positive. And instead of always listening the news, listen something which will give motivational topic to you. Instead of some kind of a speech, some people they are very happy to listen to music. Some people, if you're happy to watch some movies, keep on watching again and again. Don't go and keep on watching the counts in the news as well. If you are whenever going to see the news and seeing the count, it will be like our human psychology will always go to the negative tendency. An example, when I'm watching the news today morning, they are telling like near to Ambattur, the count has been little increased. So then I move to YouTube, then I watch the Ilayaraja songs. Then I come back to my meeting today. So likewise, don't watch the news regularly, and very often you can go and watch there, and you can highlight how the government is moving forward and what are the positive things are happening, how maybe the other countries are recovered from the COVID situations, or those things. Being thing, you can be stay positive. And now the time to have the handover the session to the presiding officer, which is me. And I'm requesting the members to share the voting link, which is only made by me. I have created the link. Let me post the link. Please vote for the best speaker and best table topic speaker. So let me create the link. Yes. So I have the link. Let me copy the link now. So in the meantime, I would like to get few words from the area director, Toastmaster Kundavi. Can I get few words from you?
Thank you, PM Modi, for asking me your feedback. So this has been a wonderful session. As GE has already mentioned, you people started sharply on time. Everybody was present already. All the players were there, and all the entire proceedings were as per the agenda. That is one appreciable thing. It's really good. And you people ensured that everybody took part in table topics, and you had sufficient time for that as well. You were not crossing the limits. So that is another thing I liked most about it. The speeches were very good. As I said, they're impressive. And the evaluation was equally important, especially the second evaluation when she matched, I think it was Shruti. Shruti matched the objectives and the speech given. That was really good because whatever be the prepared speech that has to match with the objective, that is the first criteria. After that only we will come to know about what is the value of the speech. So that's the important thing. So these are all really adding value, and overall the energy was also good. That is another thing I liked about this meeting. As an area director, I would like to say a few words like kindly ensure that everybody take all the roles. I mean all the leadership roles, and also I don't know much about the XCOM, and I hope you people are creating your next generation of leaders also. That is a part and parcel of our Toastmasters journey. Hope all the very best for this club. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Kundavi. So now the next I'm going to our own area director, Periyanna. Can I have few words from you?
Thank you, Dharma, Presiding Officer, and the XCOM of AATC for organizing such a wonderful meeting. And you have been organizing meetings with repeated evaluations, education sessions. That actually gives value to the attendees. The one such as today, the importance of language skills. No one could have thought about what they are going to listen to and learn today. But I was amazed with the delivery and the content that has been delivered by our education speaker, and it is a lot of learning, and that is why we are here for on Sunday mornings, and that is actually fulfilled. Thank you for the good job that you are doing. Keep it up, and where to go. Over to you.
Thank you, Periyanna. Yeah, thank you, Periyanna. Yes, we have maybe let me listen few words from Shruti, as maybe she was not there for so long. She is not available for a meeting now. Yes, yesterday he pinged me and he asked me for voluntarily for the available roles. And hi Shruti, maybe can I have few words from you as well, Shruti? So how you enjoyed and do you have any points to highlight?
Yes. Thank you, Dharma. And as usual, I literally felt very welcomed by the club. And of course, offering me the role even at the edge of the moment was really so nice. Thank you so much. And I felt I've been with Ambattur Toastmasters for a long time now, right from the time when it had been, started. And today I see a great transformation in terms of quality, the way the TT was conducted, the kind of content that they had in the speeches, and even the budding speakers, like I could see Sagar initially starting with the snoring sound, how wonderfully every speaker has improved their, speaking skills, the way they form the content of their speeches. So everything literally amazed me today. And quality wise, I think we're doing great meeting by meeting. And so kudos to every member and every person who has contributed towards it. And I think the XCOM is putting greater effort than the previous times. So that is very much inspiring to see, because I could learn a lot from Ambattur Toastmasters. Well, I have, and I have suggested my club what best we can do and learn from here. So it was really wonderful and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you, Toastmaster Dharma.
Yeah, thank you for your words. Now the time to announce the result. Let me share my screen to show the certificates. Okay. Please highlight once you can able to see my screen. Yes, we will be having a show the best awardees as he is master of the ceremony today. So yes, the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Armugham N. So congratulations, Toastmaster Armugham. And the best table topic speaker goes to the Toastmaster Vinayagamurthy. And best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Madam Toastmaster Shruti. And the best tag player goes for our none other than Toastmaster Armugham Anand Kumarji. And the best role player goes to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthiah Dharma, myself. So I'm congratulating on behalf of club as well. Thank you. Let me share this soft copy to all of you via this WhatsApp, and I would like to maybe thank the time of educational speaker Toastmaster Kundavi to provide the importance of language skills. So once again, thank you on behalf of our Ambattur Toastmaster Club Kundavi. Thank you. Now the time to adjourn the meeting officially. So we are adjourning the meeting by virtual gavel. Meeting number 123 has been adjourned now. We can have a time for networking. So who all are available, please be stay and we can have a network session. Officially, the meeting has been completed. Thank you. Let me have some kind of virtual chat.
Thanks, Dharma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, stay
Thank
safe.
you very much.
Now it is exactly 12.
Yes, yeah.
Started by 10, close by 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Time report is here.
Thank you,
12 o'clock
thank you.
sharp
Thank you.
adjourn.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe Bala Murli, how are you? So long time not able to see you. Be safe, huh? Maybe I hope a few members not aware. Bala Murli is like a speaking tiger when we have in physical meeting, right? He is the person who can able to on spot. He can, in example, maybe whenever the evaluations comes, right? He will come with some kind of a variety every day. Sometimes if he's coming on the way, if you see the flower shop, he is comparing the evaluation to the how the garlanding of jasmine. So how the people are making it, right? Like the same, he will be comparing this content to the evaluation. After a long time, nice to see you, Bala.
He is a magician as well, right?
Yeah, he's a magician as well. And one more thing, he also generating his next generation. And maybe his son also will be a good speaker. I think two members are there. They also will be ready, happy to part of this our club meeting. Vinayagamurthy, super ma. I mean, can be nowadays the timer report also getting matured. Super.
Oh, thank you.
And Selvaraj sir, very maybe nice to get the grammarian report. I think எப்போ வந்தாலும் அந்த end வந்து திருக்குறள் end இருக்கு. That is very good actually. Very happy to hear. Yeah, Sagar, very nice job, Sagar. Maybe after long time we have more participant. Also, we have recorded the session, right? It is